am 1 week post-op from having a duodenal switch or weight loss surgery to help me lose weight. Welcome to my channel, Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I am April Lauren, and I am on a journey to lose 200 pounds and to keep it off forever, to live a healthy, happy life. And yeah, so that brings me to this video. I have not posted on my YouTube channel in over half a year. And even before that, it wasn't like posting. It's been over a year posting content consistently. A lot has changed in my life. I live in Hawaii now, which I have already shared. And I went through a pretty intense bout of depression, and I do feel on the other side struggling kind of more at this point with like the guilt of withdrawal. When I get very depressed, I tend to withdraw into myself pretty hard, and haven't done a video. I will do a video and tag it. If you haven't, I started my YouTube channel with this, how did I get fat? And in that video, I talk a lot about my experience with depression and how that and my weight happen. I am struggling. This is like the 5th or 6th time now that I have started this video. So all of that to say, I am 1 week post-op. Throughout this week, I started off, I woke up from anesthesia, was all over the place, very much not myself, and did not stay conscious for very long before I slept. Woke up, and every time in the hospital that I woke up, I was feeling a little better. My oxygen was a little low. It got into the 80s. So they were a little concerned about that at first, but that by the time I went home had normalized. I was in the hospital for 3 days, and when I went home, I felt really good. Like there was still a constant level of pain, but it really wasn't terrible. It was like a constant level of pain. And that constant level was like a 3 or 4 on the pain scale. And then there was it, if I like moved certain ways or if something touched certain areas, then it would like jump up. But it was very manageable. And then I came home. I've been in and out of sleep so much this past week. On Friday, I sent pictures of my incisions to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, they look so good." And then on Sunday, they were like itching. They're kind of itching really bad right now. So I had my husband actually took both pictures. He took pictures of my incisions. And when I looked at the two, I was a little concerned because the Friday one, they were raised and you could see where like I keloid, but there wasn't anything else going on. And then Sunday, they were like encircled with red, and it was pretty alarming to me. So I sent that stuff off to my surgeon and the nurse who works on my case. She called and my husband answered. She's like, "Y'all need to come in and get that looked at." And so we just got ready and left. I am allergic to the steri tape or whatever it's called, the tape that they put over the incisions. So apparently they suture you on the inside, and then on the outside they put that tape. And I was allergic to that tape. And so now I'm on medicine for that, and it makes me drowsy. So, which is great because I think every time I sleep, I heal more. So I wake up and I feel a little better, and that's encouraging. But also I would like to not sleep as much as I feel like I am, and probably going to until I stop taking this medicine. And the spots have gotten more itchy, and they continued to increase in the redness. So I'm really glad I went when I did, because I don't know what would have happened if I didn't. It would have, my whole stomach would have been one hard, red, itchy bump, I feel like. So my first week. I talk all over the place and in circles, I know, but it is literally the way I talk. So just is what it is. But this 1 week has covered a lot of ground between there's like the hospital stay, home, and then there's the rash situation. I weighed at home and I weighed at the doctor's office, and I am down 12 pounds. 1 week, 12 pounds. And I was expecting, when I weighed, I was expecting to not have really lost much weight, if any. I am a part of a couple groups that talk about things, and I'm always like seeing other people's stories, and it's not uncommon for people to not lose immediately after they have the surgery because of all of the swelling from surgery. And so I'm very happy that I am 12 pounds down. So surgery day, I was 314.8, 302 pounds this past week. And I am very happy. It's weird. I think I have crazy inflammatory responses to a lot of foods, and I need to probably get some allergy test or something, because I feel like that's a lot of weight to lose considering the surgery. And it's not weight as much as it is just swelling, because I can already see like in my face and stuff where I was really puffy. I mean, to you guys, I probably look puffy because I'm still heavier than when I was regularly posting by a lot. So there's that, but I'm not going to dwell on that. It's just gonna make me feel really down and not okay. And I need to be okay so that way I can keep my mind. I just need to keep my mind right and focus on what's here, what's now, what's in front of me, and not what has happened or what could happen in a negative way right here, right now. I'm 1 week post-op. I am feeling really good. I have zero regrets. As long as I don't drink anything that gives me gas or like drink too fast. I did do that last Friday. I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I just wasn't paying attention, or should I be like this? Talking to my mom on the phone. I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I just reached over and grabbed my drink, and before I thought, or I had like 3 huge gulps, and then immediately, like as that third gulp went down, I was like, oh no. I was like, Mom, I gotta go. And I was in excruciating pain, and I have no intention of making that mistake again. But I can see less inflammation like in my face. There's the strangeness of full, and not just that, but like it's a weird feeling, especially since I'm not eating. A really positive part for me is that while I am mentally hungry at times, I'm like, oh, I really want this. I don't have that physical drive. Like the physical hunger is different, and I'm not focused. My mind and my thoughts are not as focused by food. My mind, my thoughts, I don't feel controlled by food. It's strange having food removed from the equation. And I mean, it's not removed. I still have to have liquid calories, but I am on this liquid fast. And at this point, it's supposed to be a 10-day pre-op and then a 2-week post, but it's actually going to be a little longer than 2 weeks post before I meet with the nutritionist, because I had to go off of her availability. So when I meet with the nutritionist I'll have my 2-week follow-up with the surgeon, and then I'll have my meeting with the nutritionist. And at that point, I will be on soft foods. I don't know fully what that will entail. So the interesting thing to me about bariatric procedures and the duodenal switch, even to my specific surgery, is every surgeon has a different regimen. Like they recommend or restrict or have everybody seems to have very specific guidelines or like things that they require, believe in as far as nutrition goes and what you should and should not do. And it's pretty interesting. But so then I will be on soft foods. So my normal for the next over week is going to be getting lots of protein shakes and liquid protein forms and water. So I am focused on getting at least 90 grams of protein. And this past week, some days has been a struggle to hit both of those things, but it's at this point right now, it's okay. Like I will be fine. I'm hitting my protein goal, hopefully, and I'm definitely fine hitting my liquid goal. So getting in the H2O, I was going to say high quality H2O, just a little water boy humor that probably doesn't land very well today. But many moons ago, people knew water boy. It's an Adam Sandler movie. Anyway, my life looks different right now. And then once I move to the next phase, it'll look different. Also, right now I'm on leave from work. And so my time can be focused on getting in the nutrition, and it won't be, by the time I am cleared to go back to work, I think it'll be the same time that I go to Whole Foods, like just regular foods. It might still be soft diet. I don't know. So neither here nor there. But it's looking like I will be at home for the next few weeks, which makes filming easier. So hopefully I'll just be able to film more. And I am very grateful for my surgeon, for the team, the hospital staff, for my husband, for how smooth the process went, that I made it through the surgery, because surgeries are never something to scoff at. And I am happy to have this tool, like this other step, to add to what I try to do. For me, it's frustrating to think at how long it took me to even consider looking at this as an option. And that is something that I do regret, waiting this long. When I tore the ligaments in my knee and broke my fibula and tore a ligament in my ankle, the surgeon who pieced me back together recommended weight loss surgery. And I was petrified of the idea. Petrified's not the right word, but I was like, oh, it's not for me. And all of the steps and pieces just seemed so overwhelming, and I didn't even give it a consideration or look into it. And I regret that, because I could have been to this point a long time ago. Other side, though, is that I will never be to this point again. I am losing this weight, and I already feel so much freer from before, which is something to consider. Like, I felt imprisoned, I think, or enslaved to thoughts about food, what I am eating, what I'm not eating, fear of weight gain. Even before I lost the weight, I was so slow and careful to not undereat, so that way I wouldn't risk gaining it back, and then I gained so much weight back anyway. So I'm grateful to have learned the lessons that I've learned, and I'm grateful to be where I am now, to be able to go forward and be successful. I hope sharing my story helps someone out there feel less alone, less like you're the only one who's stubborn, the only one who keeps trying and failing, the only one who can't look at themselves sometimes. You're not alone, and I love you. And to my future self, I love you, and I can't wait to see where this part of my life takes me. This week, I am looking forward to moving more and sleeping less. And it's okay if the scale doesn't go down for a while. I just have to convince myself of that. Actually, probably just need to stay off the scale, but let's be real. I'm not going to stay off the scale. I'm compelled. So anyway, kind of just babbling. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. Thank you for watching with me. If you haven't and you'd like to follow along on this part of my weight loss journey, go ahead and subscribe, ding the bell so you'll be notified when I post. And I will be posting just weekly updates as I go forward. And I look forward to seeing you along the way. Bye.